Okay, you guys, I can't wait for you to meet Beverly Grandison. You guys have probably heard of her. She's a legend. She's my first sideline buddy. And what's really interesting is how we met. There's nothing happens on purpose, right, Bev? Like, I moved to Fayetteville, and it was right when Tower Gardens had come out. And we lived in this great apartment complex, and I could see all these places that needed a Tower Garden. And so I was going to do a Tower Garden event there, and I brought the flyer up to the leasing manager, and she looked at it and she said, somebody else, they sell these. And I was like, nah, Fayetteville's not really big. So she connected me with Beverly. We talked on the phone for a couple hours. Beverly was traveling at the time, and she says, yeah, I have a Tower Garden right now. And it was January. And I was like, is anybody looking after it? We had a couple cold nights. She's like, nah. And I was like, you want me to go cover it for you? So without even meeting each other, she called the office and had them give me a key to her place, to her home. And that's just kind of the beginning of what we had in common. But we also had found out that year we had also both lost important people in our lives. Beverly had lost her mom in July, and I had lost my dad in September. So we went through the first year of losing someone. You know, losing a parent is not easy at all. So we kind of were there together, just trudging through and making the best of the situation. And she's also the person who got me to understand how important it is. Whoever just joined, do you mind muting yourself? Beverly showed me how important it is to have weekly events, consistent events. And she showed me how important it was to be comfortable speaking in front of people and sharing what Juice Plus has to offer. So she has transformed me. I mean, when I say it's important to find a sideline buddy, I really, really mean it. So Beverly, I'm so proud of her. She just made Q, and she is on her way to NMD in no time flat. So she just came back from Q School, and she was telling me all about it. So she's going to give you guys a little background on Q School, how she got involved in the business. She always says before she has a speaker, buckle your seatbelt. And I'm going to tell you, you better buckle yours with her, because she has a lot of energy and it is contagious. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing this for our team. It is absolutely amazing to have you.
Okay, so first place, Christy, thank you so much for the opportunity. You guys have like the best of all best time leaders. Absolutely. I am jealous of you ladies right now because you stole my buddy. Y'all stole my buddy. Oh my gosh. I don't think, and Christy couldn't have said that any better. I don't think we truly understood the importance of truly having that buddy that you totally connect with. We didn't have children. We were fancy free, footloose. I'm a lot older, but Christy's like my mini me. And I will tell you, I am now learning from Christy. She learned from me, but it's iron sharpening iron, truly. She has my extrovert energy, which I love, and so coachable and teachable. That was so phenomenal as we just locked arms. And that's another thing, and why I love the Juice Plus company. I knew I could trust Christy. Double-sided. Two, she was military, where her husband is, and I figured, I could track them down and kill them later if, it jacked my place up. And the other thing is she had lived in that place temporarily also, so she knew the lay of my apartment, and it was just a godsend. It truly was. And I tell you, we probably, and I'm so proud of Christy for making NMD in the time that she has made it, but had we stayed together in Fayetteville, we would have been NMDs even before that together. So, of course, I had to move away and rebuild life and blah, blah, blah. And, that's the beautiful thing of the business, again, that the business goes where we are. And then I've been able to, since then, yes, make Q this year, and hopefully by the end of this year, make NMD. So really excited about that. But I'm going to tell you what I told our team last night, because we just had a Zoom call. 2 Q School attendees were interviewed also. Number one is absolutely, you ladies need to hurry up and get to Q School, period, point blank, okay? Get to Q School. It's a phenomenal experience. You have to be there to actually feel it. Like, being at conference is amazing, yes, but you have to actually physically be there. And if you've never visited the home office, hopefully most of you have. If you've never visited the home office, you get that feel. You get the authenticity of our company, how approachable they truly are. And that's really, for me, that was my word. I think the other word for the other girl that attended was happy. They're all happy people. And so that's another reason positive energy. And so I'm going to slow down and back up a little bit and tell you a little bit about my story, and then just share some nuggets as Christy and I have been going back and forth, and she's been absolutely, giving me some more nuggets from my team also. But my journey actually started 11 years ago. Well, yeah, 13 years ago, actually. When I was actually in the military, I was jumping out of perfectly great airplanes, running 4 or 5 miles a day. Thought I was my hero. I'm a lot older than some of you guys, the bionic woman. Most of you now I'm learning. Storm, I think Storm. Y'all know Storm, right? Christy, y'all know Storm? Yeah, y'all generation. Because I was talking to high schoolers yesterday, and they were clueless. And I was like, who do y'all know? They were like, Iron Man. That's their superhero. All right, so I'll be Iron Woman then. So anyway, feeling very, very fatigued, tired all the time, back and forth to doctors, running tests. They couldn't tell me what was wrong. Well, January 05, half my face goes numb, half my taste sensories disappear, and I can't lift anything with my right hand. And I'm thinking, yeah, something's really wrong. So, of course, they finally believe me. They run further tests, rule out everything, say, oh, you have multiple sclerosis. Life-altering, because plan A, B, C was the military for me. I love the military. I was very successful. And I had no other plans. This is my first business, will be my last business. I love this business. And I had a very negative connotation actually towards network marketing. And so I just knew we were fortunate to have some wonderful neighbors, the Weebies, who lived across the street, who treat us like their kids. And they sat us down and explained to us the importance of whole food nutrition, introduced Juice Plus to us. And it made sense to us because back then, we had no idea what we were doing or what was going on with my body. My husband, he was fighting Crohn's, which is a horrible stomach intestinal issue. And we just thought, popping pills and doctors and, all that stuff was the passage of right. Well, we embraced the Juice Plus habit. Pretty much the same time I went and joined the business, $50. Yeah, right. I can get that money back, share with my parents, his parents. My sisters will support us. Did that. Got my little check. I was like, wow, that was cool. That was fun. Then it just started to blossom from there. But I will tell you, as life events happens to everybody, as we all know, I was doing the business, but just not just doing the business and just having fun with the business, more so like a hobby. And the business didn't become real until, like Christy said, that 2012 was a very traumatic year, very, very traumatic year for me. I went out the country, wanting to be a civilian in military clothes, and that was ridiculous, working 10-hour days, 7 days a week. I couldn't make it. I only lasted like 3 months. My mom got ill that year, as Christy mentioned. We lost her. Marriage was on the rocks that year. It was just a very horrible year. And so I couldn't have met Christy at a better time in life for us to lock arms and refocus all of that negative energy into something very positive. And so then that year, 13, I was able to make senior sales coordinator there, right there from Fayetteville, which was amazing and awesome. So that also, the reason the business became real that year also, because that horrible year, that year 2012, my residual income check was over $1,000 every month. And that was very shocking to us because we were like, wow, we're not really actively working the business as we know we could, but that was very consistent and stable and lasting. And it just keeps on growing and, doubling and tripling. And it's just very, very exciting. And so when you get to Q school, it's so critical, one, that you build the relationships when you get there for your sideline buddies, because you're going to meet people from all over the country. And I think my biggest takeaway and what I shared with my team was the Myers-Briggs. If you've never taken that test, you will have the opportunity to take that test. It's a personality test. And it is so important for you to understand your personality type and then understand your team's personality type. And like I shared with Christy, what was so huge as an eye-opener for me was I'm an extrovert and I'm attracting a whole bunch of introverts on my team. And so communicating with them has been difficult. And now I understand why. It's amazing. That light bulb just went off. And so I was able to come back and really restart, communicating effectively with them. Of course, asking for a lot of forgiveness. And introverts are 25% of the population. And extroverts are 75% of the population. So it's important that you understand each personality on your team and meet them where they're at. That's the criticality. Now, where you ladies are, okay, the other thing that was so important that I shared with my team is and you all are ahead of the game. Christy has been a phenomenal leader, coach, trainer. So I know you guys know a lot of this stuff, but it's reinforcement that I think needs to be heard over and over and over again, because that qualification and getting your people to qualify, we did not know that my husband, we kept him at VF forever. He had points for sales coordinator for years. We never paid attention to his leg, really, just put it in place because his family came on board and we wanted to be fair and put his family under him and whatever. But if we were to calculate the dollars that we lost over these last 10 years, it just makes me sick, really, every time I think about it, because it's well over 20,000 that we could have had he been qualified all this time. And I think if we really paint that picture for our team members early on, as soon as they come in, they know VF and qualification that's what has to happen. I think that helps to really drive your business. And so I know Christy sits down with you all, looks at your numbers monthly, and just duplicating that same system down with your teams. Because after a while, you have to take ownership of your business and realize that, you know what? I don't need Christy. Heck, I can do what Christy does. Exactly. That's where we want everybody. Okay. That's truly where we want everybody, because we want all of our teams to realize that they have the power to do even better than what we're doing. And absolutely, we're going to be your biggest cheerleaders. Okay. So the two books, the speaker actually that was at Q School was Rory Vaden. And his first book is Take the Stairs. Okay, so there's Take the Stairs. Okay, take the stairs. Y'all see that? Take the stairs. Yep, take the stairs. Okay, and 7 Steps to Achieving True Success. Really good book. Haven't really been through this one quite yet. But his second one is Procrastinate on Purpose. That's Procrastinate on Purpose. That's Rory Vaden. And I'm really digging this book. I'm mad I probably didn't read the first book first, but this book is really phenomenal. And he says he gives you 5 permissions to multiply your time. Because I think it's so true how much we really procrastinate and how much time is eaten out of our lives because we do that. I did not know. He had one statistics where it says that average employee admits to wasting 2 hours a day, which actually costs his employers $10,000 a year on just procrastinating and wasting time. Okay. And it all boils down truly to our discipline. And I know as a counselor that accountability is so key and critical. And so really, really putting processes into place that's going to keep you accountable. And like the book said, and I think you guys have heard this before, doing the things you really don't want to do first. Get up and get those things out of the way so that you can breathe easier later that day knowing, did I get that done? Did I get that done? Oh man, I need to get that done. No, it's already done because you did not procrastinate and get it done. So did you actually call and follow up with those people that you need to follow up? Get that done. You know what? You can leave a message, but it's done. You check that block. Or did you connect with that distributor and make sure they understand clearly their pathway to sales coordinator or to QNMD or to NMD? Okay. So I think that what you guys have, the synergy and the energy that you guys have with Christy and how much she's connected, because she's taught me a lot about Zoom calls and all that good stuff, really connecting with your team. That was another thing that came out of the call last night, because we had to start doing weekly. And I know you all are very familiar with this, but we really need you guys duplicating this down the line so that your teams are embracing this and your teams are taking ownership. And we can get Christy to freaking 100 Club. How about that? That would be awesome sauce. And how about all of you get to 100 Club with her? That would even be better. So needless to say, I think what I want to do too now is sort of kind of let's do interaction here. And I want to hear from you all, where you all are at right now and what are your goals? Because I think I can also add to whatever you guys tell me. I have an idea for some of you that we've talked about, but I want to hear it from you yourself. So who wants to start if that's okay? Is that okay, Christy? Okay.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, thanks. So Pam, I see you first. So yes,
I'll
thank you.
go.
You rock.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so I Want to Be Q by St. Louis and
Awesome.
NMD by Spring.
Okay,
And
awesome.
I think Cassie and Joanna are on here too, and we have got a Voxer going. We all want to be NMD by Spring so we can go to Q school together next year.
Okay, awesome. So now what is it? How close are you? Because now we're going into September. So
Yes.
what's the missing link that you need to happen to make that happen?
So I'm SSE now. I need to have 2 more sales coordinators and POB. Yes, 2. Yes. Oh gosh, I'm getting confused. But yeah, 2 more sales coordinators. I know one of them at least needs to be POB. I think I have 1 POB already.
Okay.
So I think that's what I'm looking at, and then of course the PVC to go with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're within striking distance, and everybody on your team is on board.
I don't know if everybody on my team is on board yet because I've been too scared to tell them my goal. So that's why I wanted to go first.
Okay, so I'm so glad, Pam, and that was very, very courageous of you to do that. I'm really appreciative, and I like what you put out there in the atmosphere, okay, because we're going to need to do I will more than gladly do a Zoom call with your team and help them to realize that vision, because that's what we had to do. We had to get Christy helped me, my up line helped me get everybody on a Zoom call so that we can paint the picture, so we can bang it in. And that's exactly what we did. In 1 month, we banged that thing in, and everybody understood what they needed. And Christy is queen. Christy is queen at as far as exactly how many orders they need that month to make that a reality. Okay. But we need to get that done this month so that September, actually get it done this week. So they're already starting. So September, they're in full swing, and that you're not trying to wait to the wire, because that wire stuff and that high blood pressure ain't worth it. Okay. Stop doing that nonsense. Bang it in at the beginning of the month so that you can sort of rest easy at the end of the month. Would that make a lot of good sense? Okay. All right. Good. Thanks, Pam, so much. Who's next?
I'll go next.
Great. Thanks, Cassie.
Yeah. I'm let's see.
Ooh,
Cass, are you in the North Shore right now?
No. Do I have bad connection?
Yeah. Try again.
Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Oh, she's frozen now.
Yeah. So Cassie has some sales coordinators. We need to get them into POB, right? We got to get 3 sales coordinators into POB, and they got to have 6 to 8 working lines and PB.
Correct.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's correct. That's right. I forgot to mention that. That was another big thing I learned on that journey, because them 6 to 8 working legs have to have at least 90 PVC. I know you guys know that, but that's huge. Okay. Is Cassie trying to make Q by
St. Louis.
Is that realistic?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Okay.
It's work.
Sorry, my connection.
There you go. And
Sorry, you can skip me. My connection's bad.
I'm just telling B about you. I know where you're at. So we need to work on volume too. So we keep looking at how many T120 orders is that, and how can we split that up amongst the team. And so, but it's doable.
Okay, guys.
And I think the biggest thing for me too is like what Pam said too. Is like, how do you ask your team, or how do you say that to your team? And I know I have some of my team members on here, so I know that they kind of know this is my goal, but it's like, we have to, how do you say that without sounding selfish? Because it's not all about me. I want to help them meet their goals, which in turn helps me meet my goal. But I don't want to sound like it's all about me. I want to lead them to their success.
Right. And you're correct. And I'm glad some of them are on here and listening, because they're hearing your heart now, which is good, which is perfect. But again, we need that upper call. Okay. We need that upper call with Christy, or with me, or with, even higher NMDs, to get on a call with each of your teams so that they can paint that picture even clearer, because they even have higher level of, visibility on what all we're doing. Okay. So, again, Cassie, for you, some of your team is on her, so they're hearing your heart. And so if they're going to hit their milestones, you're absolutely going to hit your milestones. And it's a win-win. We have to help them to hit their milestones for us to help in order for us to hit our milestones. And as long as they are not worried about it sounding selfish, which I think once you do that, once you start thinking in that mindset, you're in the wrong company and you're in the wrong business, and you need to go ahead and stage exit left. Because it's not about what your upline is doing. We're not competing against each other. We're competing against a standard. And the standard is you need to make NMD. And how do you make NMD? You need 5 sales coordinators, 4 POB legs. Okay, so that's the standard. It doesn't matter what your upline is doing or not doing. That has no bearing on it. We want everybody at the finish line, ideally together. Ideally, that would be perfect for all of us going across the stage as NMDs in fall or NMDs in spring. That's like the greatest thing that can happen to anybody on someone's team. And I think everybody can agree to that. It gives us great joy to get promotions, get our teams promoted to the next level, get those comma checks going, get those $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 checks going. That is phenomenal. Okay, so does that make sense for you guys so far?
Hey, Bev, can I pipe in real quick? Because, I had never asked my team for help, and I should have a long time ago. I didn't ask for help until last September when we were doing the last push to NMD. And it was a pride thing because I was afraid of what my team thought and if it was being selfish. But that month was the most pivotal month I'd ever had, where I saw my team step out of their comfort zone and grow, and not only have the biggest checks they've ever had, but be able to learn to talk to people and love on people and listen. So you are offering your team an opportunity to step up to the plate and grow like they've never grown before. And I hope that's what I feel happened. I hope I'm on track. But I don't know, what did it do for you guys?
Yeah, it should have, because that's exactly what happened to my team going to Q. They grew, stepped out of their box, reached goals they never thought they would reach, which was phenomenal watching that happen. So yeah, I do want to hear some feedback on that process. And isn't that something that you want to duplicate for your teams? Or how can we even make the process better is always great. We're not perfect. And so there's always room to learn. Iron, again, sharpens iron, and we can always learn from everybody. So yeah. So Rochelle, I see you in the picture. So I'm calling you out.
Me and my little pony hat that my daughter made me wear.
I love it.
I actually have not been working the business. I'm a customer, and I ended up becoming, I don't even know the terms. That's how much I don't know. Distributor, because my goal is to end up getting my product for free because we use the product every day.
Okay.
And so that's sort of where I'm at, even though I've been doing, I'm doing this focus on one thing right now and trying to do that, but focus intently on it. And so I'm doing an online course for my other work. And so I'm on week 8 of 12 for that, for creating an online course for people. And so I'm slowly just sucking in all the information in my spare time while I do that. So then I can, and I'm talking to people one-on-one at the same time. But again, my goal is to earn my product for free, but I'm not doing anything to reach that goal yet. So no wonder I haven't reached it.
Okay. And Rochelle, who are you under? Who is your undistributed? Pam. Okay, great. All right. And you know what, Rochelle, I appreciate you sharing that so much, because that's where you are, and we meet you where you are. So there's never going to be pressure, or you should never feel like there should be pressure on you. But I'm so grateful for you to jump on the call, take some time out just to listen, and just to continue to feel the family. And when you're ready, we are going to be there for you to take you to the next level. Your goal right now is to get your product for free. So that's what we need to work on, Pam. And Pam, you know where Rochelle is. So honestly, Rochelle would not be where you're going to invest so much time in. And Rochelle, I need you to know we still love you. But right now, for what Pam is trying to do, she can't invest that kind of time into somebody who is just, gonna have, not this needs to really be a major priority for it to be a reality. Does that make sense, Rochelle?
Yeah, I absolutely respect that, and I understand that. And so I just appreciate even just like the invites for the product information and still showing up and learning while I'm right now. So that's great for me.
I love what you're doing, and I'm appreciative. So keep on doing that, and it'll come together. And another thing, Rochelle, you can do is actually just feed people to Pam. As you're the busy mom working on that course, feed Pam the people, and Pam can, do what she needs to do and help you realize that part of the business. Okay.
Okay. And she does awesome with that. We just did a Zoom with a one-on-one last week with somebody that I.
Awesome.
It'd be great.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time.
Super. Thank you, Rochelle. I appreciate you sharing. Okay. Hey, Patton. What's up, my buddy? Hey. Okay. I'm not letting you talk, Patton. Okay, Elizabeth.
So, Harper says, hey, also. So, I'm SC, and my current goal is just to be POV qualified every month.
Okay.
And once I do that, then maybe start to grow my team a little bit. I just have 2 DDs under me right now.
Okay.
So really now I'm just more concentrated on getting POV qualified just for myself.
Gotcha.
So
Great.
last month I did when I had this little nugget.
Congrats.
Strangely enough. So now I just need to keep the momentum going. And I'm under Cassie, so I know if I get POV qualified, then I'll help her. And I know, like Christy said, like last September when we had the big push for her, and this goes for Cassie, Pam, and Joanna, you need to tell us your goals, because I worked harder because Christy needed it than I would ever do it for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what this business is that it's not selfish, and we do things out of our comfort zone. We're doing it for somebody else.
That's right.
So girls, tell us what you need us to do.
Awesome.
So that's my current goal, is by the end of the year is to be consistently POV qualified.
Okay. Awesome. Excellent. Okay. And it sounds like your leadership are there. Cassie is playing full in with you, and, there when you need her. And so awesome. But it's just good to know exactly where you are again, so that we can, focus, because what my coach and my upline would tell me is work with the runners. You have to work. If you're going to get to the next level, you have to work with the runners. And so that's good. So Elizabeth, thank you for sharing that. And I love that you said that, because you're right. We do a lot of things for other people that we wouldn't do for ourselves. And so you guys made that happen. And I can't thank y'all enough again for Christy. So, okay, Kathy, are you there? Yeah. There we go. Hold on. Okay.
Okay, am I on? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, somebody just, all right, let me pull into a parking spot. So I am under Cassie.
Okay.
I'm a sales coordinator. I've consistently been POV qualified. July was the first month I was POB qualified. I am crossing fingers I'll be POB qualified this month as well.
Okay.
I have a new distributor that is, she got DD at the beginning of this month. She's working really hard on VF. She's about 450 points away, and she's already got her distributor, and her distributor's working too. So I think we'll have a new DD and a new VF hopefully by the end of this month.
Awesome.
But what I don't know, my goal is 3 club.
Okay.
So that's really my only working. I've got probably 6 distributors, either DD or distributors, but they don't really have customers under them. They really came on, some of them got the HLP, but no one's been interested in working the business yet.
Okay.
So I'm trying to find team.
Okay, and what is it going to take to get you to senior sales coordinator?
Because I only have one VF, well, I don't even have a VF now. Like, I'm so far. I mean, my volume is huge personally, but I don't have any structure.
Okay, but you know what it takes to get the senior definitively.
it's about one sales coordinator, one VF that's POB qualified, and a DD. I don't know. Actually, no,
Yeah.
two VFs.
Right. So I do need you to look at that structure again and then start rebuilding. So you're on the right track. Okay. I love that you want to get to 3 club, but we also want to get you up that corporate ladder too, to get to that leadership position. Okay.
Right.
So good. All right. Okay. Joanna.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
We can. Uh-huh.
Okay, so my actual, realistically for me, would be to hit Q by spring, because my structure, even though I have like 14 distributors, I only have a few that are working. And of course, I have one rock star, which I need to account, I need that 2/3 rule. I have to take that into account. So right now I'm working on growing wider and deeper, but wider, because I need some new workers. So I just added a new distributor 2 months ago, one this weekend, and I have 2 more that I'm meeting with. So those 4 are kind of my focus to help me get to Q. But I'm also revisiting with all of my distributors right now that are not working, and doing kind of the same thing we did last year for Christy.
Okay, great.
And so, I'm starting to have those conversations this week, and they're going so-so.
Okay.
But the good thing is when you ask your team for help, they give you something. They don't give you nothing. They give you something. And so a lot of something will end up helping.
Okay.
So yeah.
And who are you under, Joanna?
Pam is my direct.
Okay. All right. Great. Okay. Super. Okay. Super. All right.
And I'm senior sales right now.
Okay. Yep. All right. Cool. And I think you can make Q way before that, actually. So
I feel like saying fall conference, it's just it's too close.
Correct.
For the amount of work that I need to do. But I would say spring to be safe. But I know it could happen shortly after fall, depending upon the momentum that comes from now,
So let's put the goal of December, the latest, on your calendar, because if we don't set that goal, if you miss the December, then great. You hit January. But if we never put like a mark on the wall, then we'll be getting into spring, and spring will come and go, and we're still trying to get there. So let your team, and be very, open and transparent with your team with that. I want to make it by December. So this is what we have to do to get there.
Okay.
Okay. All right, cool.
Thank you, Beverly.
You're welcome. Thank you, Joanna. Ashley, and then of course, I'm going to go back to Patton.
So I'm a sales coordinator, and my goal, I had to reevaluate this recently because my life has been kind of, I had a lot of change going on recently. So
Gotcha.
my goal originally was senior sales by St. Louis, but that is not going to happen.
Okay.
But definitely by spring conference.
Okay.
My runners both took a knee. And so I'm starting over building a new team. And that's been my focus in becoming POB qualified. So when I got promoted to sales coordinator, I was POB qualified. And then I've been hit and miss. So it's really be more consistent, build new team.
Okay. And Ashley, who are you under?
Christy.
Okay, you're direct to Christy. Okay.
No, I'm not, but I am.
Okay. So your middle person is not working. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. All right. So Ashley, senior sales coordinator and getting POB consistently qualified. Definitely. Okay. And then I would say, realistically, you can't see December as a goal on the wall.
Actually, yes, December is, I always set a goal, but then I have my secret goal that is what I'm really aiming for, because I like to compete with, the wall.
Okay.
But December is my 1 year from when I got promoted to sales coordinator. So that is actually my.
Yeah, you need to make it, because that's that $1,000 bonus. Yeah, that $1,000 bonus is nice. Yeah. Okay, good. Perfect. All right, good. All right, Mr. Patton, I think you're on. think I got everybody. Can you hear me? You got to unmute.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
I think it's working now. So I'm hoping to be VF by the end of the month and then qualified for September. So, and Christy's obviously told me how to get there. So we're on track there.
Awesome. No, she is. So I want you to reach out to Johnny too a lot. So, guy. I know. Are you on? Do you jump on some of the guy calls?
I guess I probably should, huh?
Yeah, I would love for you to do that because they really do connect and talk about a lot of great stuff. And I would really like you to, I want to reach out to Brian Coates for you and connect you too, because he's right there in Wilmington.
Okay.
Guys can have, and they're a really super couple, fabulous couple. I mean, you guys can go down to the beach, have fun with them. And he just made NMD, as a matter of fact. And Loretta, his wife, hopefully Christy, and Chris will tell me later. But they're a super couple, and they're right there in Wilmington. So yeah, and then just talk. Yeah, and then Johnny can tell you a lot of the tools and the tricks in the trade on how he's doing what he's doing. Because I'm not working Johnny's leg, so that you know that, Patton. I really am not. I don't have it in me. Like, so
won't work mine either.
Yeah, he's really working his with a full-time job and making it happen. So please do reach out to him, Voxer him, and you guys connect so that we can get you up this ladder fairly very quickly. Okay.
Cool. Well, do you mind if I comment on a couple of things that have been said, just for sort of to, I think it's a great point that was brought up about like making sure your goals are known to your team. People love having a mission, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, that's what companies do. That's what like military units do. Like we set a mission and then we ask our guys to accomplish it. And what's beautiful about the Juice Plus mission is if you meet your goals by inspiring your team, like now you've put yourself in a position to do more for your team.
That's right.
You know that, like, because you get to go to Q school and you get to learn all the things that they teach at Q school. You get to have the impact of being an NMD on calls. And when you're an NMD on a call, that speaks volumes, about your credentials and where you've been and where you're at, and that someone people like know and trust and love is in that position. It's not like, it makes it real.
Exactly.
So that's the first thing I would say. The second one is like, I love the priorities comments. You have to prioritize the people that are putting forth an effort and that like are going with their goals and want to get there.
Yeah, we still love them. We still love not the runners, and everybody needs to know that we still love them. But correct. Go ahead, Pat.
Yeah. So prioritize the workers, because you really like, if you're trying to meet your goals, you can't put effort into somebody that's not gonna work the business. I mean, I've seen that with Christy. She put a lot of effort into a couple of people, and she made a lot of money for those people, and then they still didn't. They became sales coordinators because of her work. And then they didn't do anything and they didn't go anywhere. So, it ended up almost hurting her in some ways because now, those legs are kind of falling off because she doesn't have time to do the work for them anymore.
Exactly.
So prioritize the people that are putting forth an effort. And if you don't have those people, like if people on your teams aren't doing the effort, then definitely look wide, and find more people to grow with. Rochelle, I loved like kind of your honesty in terms of, and this is the last thing I'll put out there, in terms of what your priorities are and what your goals are. What I would encourage you to do is like, if you really want to, pay for your products, at least take the time to learn your story or to know your story on what Juice Plus has done for you, done for your family. And like, just talk about it. Like, there's stolen moments that you can find every single day to just practice your story on people, and like, just let them know like what Juice Plus has done for you and your family. And if you do that, like, it'll probably come to you effortlessly, and you'll be paying for your products in no time. And you won't even have to so with 1 hour of like getting on the phone with Pam and Christy, or whoever, I think you said Pam's your upline, then I think just by knowing your story, like, that can create that goal for you very, very quickly. That's all I got.
Thank you, Patton. Yay, I'm loving it. Yay, stepping up to the plate, Mr. Patton. So yeah, and corporate actually looks at that so that you all know on the line. They really do look at spouses who are really either working their business or their wives are working their businesses. And trust me, they do know. At Q School, I learned some stuff that I did not know, and I was like, wow. So they do look at your spouse and if they're working the business and all that good stuff. So be very, aware of that. Okay. All righty. All right, Christy, I'm going to turn it back to you right now, unless there's any other questions anybody wants to ask. And hopefully I've, met some of the requirements or at least been able to share some things that helped some people along the way. But thank you. Thank you so much again for this opportunity. Always amazing.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Well, first of all, does anyone have any questions?
I think, Christy, you should tell us what your goal is.
Oh, if you don't know, 24 Club by September 30th. So if y'all want to get qualified, I will help you with that.
What do you need to get there? How many more clubs do you need?
We need 12 more. We ended at 12 club. And we were 15 last September. We went down and we're at 12 right now. So we literally need to double in a month. And Patton nailed it. This is it. The reason I have a deadline. Like when you get to NMD, you don't restart. I'm not going to lose my position, but they expect you to be a 24 club. And if I'm not, I'm out of the NMD Upward Mobility Program. I'm not eligible to be able to learn more from the people who have paved the way for us. I'm out. And that affects my team. And that's my biggest fear because my team is my family and I want to be able to be a better leader for them. So I want a 24 club really bad.
Okay.
Really bad.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now, Rochelle, Rochelle, yeah, what Patton said, and then just keep doing what you're doing, Rochelle, and then your qualifying leg would definitely help. I'm just going to say that.
I appreciate the advice, and I definitely have an hour, probably like 3 hours I could give to a week. And I work better with focused tasks instead of going, what can I do? And so if I had focused tasks, I would definitely be able to accomplish those.
Excellent. And what Christy and who's your upline? Cassidy? Is Cassidy your upline or Pam? Cassidy? Okay, Pam. So income producing activities. Okay, so you give Rochelle income producing activities for those 3 hours a week, and let's do 3-way calls. Let's bang out Zoom calls. Let's bang out, Facebook, whatever. However y'all do what you do. I know y'all are, I know what y'all know to do. So, but you can get Rochelle qualified for sure. That's the easy one.
Yeah. And I always look at qualified businesses. That's $500 every month, depending on
your product.
Like, man, that's perfect. Your whole family is on everything,
My husband would appreciate that.
Yeah. Let's do it. We can make it happen. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. And then if you need me to do any, like I said, I'm your Black person if y'all ain't recognized. Okay. So Black people that you need to talk to, I'm more than glad to do that because I can say a lot more things that y'all can't say. And I can go jugular, and it's a little bit more well received. Okay.
Hey, just so you know, Nike don't pay me. Juice Plus pays me.
Exactly. Bam. There you go. I love it. That's right.
That's Beverly's line. If you guys don't know that, so we always say it when we wear a Juice Plus shirt.
Yeah. Anyways, this time I'm not for change, but I'm usually in Juice Plus wear. If they had Juice Plus underwear, I would have it. Yeah. Oh, but yeah, so good.
Really quick, one of the things I've struggled with is I really feel like when I use a product the most, that's when I feel the most comfortable talking about it. Mm-hmm. And I've just been doing the gummies, and I haven't done like a T30 or a 10-day shred or anything. And I don't know what's holding me back, but I keep thinking, oh my gosh, I need to do this. And I think that when I'm doing it, I'm more likely to talk about it. And so that's been, I don't know what's going on inside, but that's been one of my stuck points is just, I'm not doing it myself.
Where are you located, Rochelle?
I'm in Tacoma, Washington area.
Oh, you're in Washington. Okay. So yeah, so we just need to get you in a good circle of accountability partners so you can have fun because that 10-day shred is off the chain. Oh, trust me, you will want to talk about it. I mean, it is phenomenal. My sister ended up losing like 10 pounds the right way though. She had a lot to lose. So just know that. But she really lost it the right way. And she was even shocked at the results because she's never played full in. And I was shocked that she did. And yeah, it's phenomenal. You will want to talk about it, Rochelle. So yeah. So, let me help you in any way, shape, form. To just, Christy knows, you got to tell me to leave me alone.
Mhm.
I will call you, text you, vox you every day, say, hey, how you doing? What's up? And expect to hear something back. So just let's have fun with it, though. I want you to have fun with it, okay?
The other beautiful part about this business is you don't have to talk about it necessarily if you don't want to, either. So before, in the meantime, until you decide you want to do that program, like just send people to Facebook events or Zoom events and say, hey, look, if you're looking for something, I know some people that might have something. Just send them there.
And I have to tell you, so September is huge for Juice Plus. 2 Septembers ago, our team did T30. That was like when we actually finally adopted it, and we exploded. Our team exploded. Corporate called. We're like, we didn't even know who you were before, and all of a sudden your team is just on our radar. And exactly 1 year later, we made NMD. We went from SSC to NMD in 1 year. Like we literally almost skipped Q, and it was because of T30. And because September is when everybody is craving routine so bad. Kids are back to school. People are done with beer and burgers and barbecues. Like they are ready for a change. This is the time when they join gyms again. They need something. And there is nothing more simple than T30. Everybody does Whole30. Well, yeah, you got to prep your meals for at least 3 meals, not to mention snacks. Like T30 just makes it so easy for people. So this is the time, if you are curious and just seeing what will happen with your business, do it in September. Because September is the ideal month to do it.
And then I want to caveat with that, Rochelle, the salad in a jar parties. I don't know Christy, if you can find people doing it in her area by chance, but they're really easy and they're so fun, and it makes it so much easier on the 10-day shred. That's what my sister did. She got a group of her girlfriends and they did a salad and jar party that Sunday. So they meal prepped for that week. And then that just made it more doable and a lot more fun. But again, Rochelle, we don't want to over inundate you or pressure you. We really want you to have fun, but we also want you to have fun and realize your goals, which are right around the corner. So I know you can do it.
I appreciate that. And I do know 2 people in the area, well, about a 20 to 30 minute drive that's doing that stuff. So I'm invited to those at times too. So I know some connections. Thank you guys so much for taking the time.
No, thank you. And again, it's about and you guys always, it's about staying connected, doing these events. So Rochelle, I really superly commend you. Jumping on calls, going to events, staying plugged in positive energy. It works. It really works to be around the like minds who are movers and shakers moving forward, because it's either going to pull you or you're going to be running with them, because you don't want to get left behind every meet and every time you're talking about the same thing. After a while, you'll get bored and just drop out, or you'll say, hey, I'm realizing this is the bomb.com. Wow. Okay.
That's exactly why I keep showing back up, is because I do better when I'm talking and going to these things, even if I'm not actively doing the business, just personally, and my family does better. So
I love it. Rochelle, you're going to do it. Girl, please. I'm going to see you as a darn sales coordinator soon. I'm not messing with you. You got this.
Man, sideline buddies are the best. Beverly just telling you it because she really means it. So I know there's a reason you and I aren't on the same team, but oh my gosh.
No, I know.
I love you, friend. Thank you so much for all your insight and your energy and just for being you. Really, I can't wait to see you as a national marketing director.
It's coming.
Yeah.
All right. I love you. Thank you. Good to see
you. Yes.
Thank you, Beverly.
Thanks, guys, for making the time, and we'll connect soon.